Second thing is I think wall teching. I feel like, so today's video we're going to be talking about Rivals 2 and just the general changes I would make to the game's gameplay. And this isn't individual character balance, this is balance on mechanics or just really strong strategies right now, right? So I'm not gonna waste your time too much. I'm just gonna say if you like, this channel, these videos, like, subscribe, and comment. I might even answer some questions in the comments below, but it helps me out a lot. All right. So with that algo boosting out of the way, let's talk about it. So first thing, crouch canceling. I'm gonna say right now, I've started to like it more, as understand why it's needed. It's not my favorite thing. It still feels bad sometimes. But otherwise, without crouch canceling, floor hogging, I'd be able to do things like this is like a loop. And it'd be really cheap. Be really stupid. With that said, the one thing I don't like about crouch canceling still is being able to crouch cancel jab combos. I'm not talking about doing crouch cancel on jab up tilt. I think that's reasonable, so I can't do my quick get off me button into big combo, right? Sure. But I'm talking about if I'm I want you to wait for me, right? I want to punish you for doing something, get you off of me. I don't want damage, I don't want combo, just get the hell out of my face. I feel like jab combos shouldn't be crouch cancelable, right? I know people are going to disagree with me. We got opinions for a reason. But that's the one major change to crouch canceling and floor hogging I'd make, is just make my jabs more reliable versus them, across the board. And maybe slightly nerf the strength of crouch canceling and floor hogging, but that one is a bit more for debate even for me. Especially because at higher percents, that still works. The second thing is I think wall teching. I feel like, and I'm not going to be able to showcase it here, but this is very noticeable with spikes, where if you're trying to edge guard someone, right, and they're hugging the wall, and you hit them with some sort of spike, they can kind of just DI towards the wall and tech, and it's pretty reliable. Spikes also aren't strong in general, which I think maybe spikes could be a little bit stronger, just a tiny bit, or maybe make the knockback angle and spikes a little bit more diagonal towards the blast zone, so they're a bit more rewarding to hit. But yeah, I hate when I'm edge guarding a Zetter, and I'm trying to spike them and nair them and stuff, and they're just hugging the wall, teching, and I'm I just can't kill them. So maybe add an untechable ultimate or something. But I don't know, it just feels like it's way too easy to DI towards the wall, mash tech, and then just not die. Hell, I've had situations where Zetter is up being and I want to two frame him, and he just techs this and then hits me. And sure, maybe that makes recoveries in some spots too weak. But this goes into my next point, and that is I think recoveries across the board, and I may have said this in a previous video, I still think they're too strong. I really like all the recovery mix-ups characters have, by the way, because I think most characters have a lot of ways to recover, but I think that recoveries are too strong considering how many ways to recover you have. If I'm arcane and I'm knocked up here, I'll be honest, you're not chasing this, right? And if you position to cover that, one, I can do a short and forward air. I could also just not forward air and then just, oh, okay, you're gonna cover the forward air. I'll do it low now because I see you going high. Or, oh, maybe I'll side B and then I'll oh, I'm grabbing ledge. Okay, ledge dash, right? Or maybe I'm gonna side B and then I'm gonna wall jump, orca hop. And Orcane's recovery isn't even, it's pretty good, right? But feels like every recovery is really, really good. And then some recoveries that are a little bit weaker, like Claren or Zetter, if you mess up and they hit you with the recovery, they get so much off of it that a lot of times I'm I'm not risking edge guarding the Zetter or this Claren. If I mess up with him without B, they're getting a full combo off of that. So yeah, I would nerf just the general strength on recovery options. I would nerf the reward you get for reversaling people. I'd probably just maybe add more in lag, less hits done, less distance, just something across the board. And I know it's a bit of a slippery slope because good recoveries also means you can go out and edge guard a bit farther, so there's a right balance there. But yeah, right now it feels like I hit someone and I'm all right, they're kind of far off stage, but they're too high up, so I'm not going to bother contesting. I'm just taking stage control, or it's the risk of contesting it, even in a good spot, is not worth it in case I mess up the execution. I think it's a bit of a skill issue and a bit of tuning. Fourth thing, projectiles. So I'm a very lame player, right? Everyone knows this. I will find the lamest, cheesiest way to win and spam it. And right now I think across the board, projectiles are way too strong. I'm playing Arcane, and my neutral is genuinely just like forward air over and over and over. Do some down Bs, some neutral Bs, and like this is my neutral because it's so strong. Like parrying is really slow. It's frame 6. I'd probably like make that like significantly faster versus projectiles. But then projectiles just don't have much lag. A lot of them let you just kind of like get openings in neutral for free. You can also just kind of run away with projectiles, and it's hard to punish. And yeah, so I think across the board, the anti-projectile tools or the strength of individual projectiles is just not balanced right. Like if you fight a Rano and they just go to this platform and like a Rano just doing this on a platform, oh my god, right? Or Fleet just spamming side B, a Zetter just running around with neutral B until they find that opening. All just feels too strong, and it feels like generally parrying a projectile is even enough reward to like justify consistently doing it. Actually, the circle camping maples that throw the 2% damage neutral B out over and over, it really enables lane play too effectively in my opinion. So across the board, especially if this game is intended to be more like aggressive, fast paced, projectiles shouldn't be as effective as they are. And now the final thing, and this is also a nerf to really lane play. And let's get in this stage again. And I actually don't know what the correct way to nerf this one is. This is the hardest one by far. I think shielding on platforms is way too safe. Because I think already, with all the movement in this game, it's like, okay, do this. Just like, right? You're not hitting this if I want to do this, right? And I don't know how you nerf this without like just nerfing mobility, making the game feel worse. Yeah, worse. But also, like, I can do like this, and then like, okay, I got here. Oh, you're pressuring me, shield. You hit my shield, platform drop, aerial. Right? So like, you don't want to hit my shield because I can then just attack at a shield, and it's like my advantage. So it creates these stalemates where people just hold shield and platform and kind of jump from platform to platform until they either find a way back to neutral, or they just keep doing it because they have a lead, or they have like a good projectile to spam or something. See, I don't know what the answer is, but shielding on platforms feels way too strong in this game. Like, you know, with Arcane, I can like full hop forward air and like cover this, for example. But like also, you know, it's not gonna shield poke. It's hard to break shields in this game. And there's not a lot of shield pushback either. I think in training mode it's not as much as normal. Like he's in the corner. Right? Like you would think that would at least force a pratfall in that position. Like maybe if you could force those kind of situations more, it would work better. But yeah, like I said, that's a hard problem to fix. But those are the 5 mechanical changes I make to Rivals. This game is awesome. I've been spamming this game, just non-stop playing it. And I think it has a lot of potential. I just think, especially right now, the game has been developing where very lame defensive play is very strong. And every platform fighter, like, just like running away from your opponent, waiting for openings, is gonna be effective, right? But man, I'm tired of fighting like Steve's, Sonic's, Bayo's, all that stuff in Ultimate. I know I'm part of the problem too. So I'm like, I really hope this game can make proactive, aggressive play like also the correct thing, like the most rewarding thing to do. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you agree, disagree, if you have any other ideas, and I catch you guys for the next video. Peace!